run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like...
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Brissett out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. They'll get 6 on the dump-off, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Go get him. Mike's 50, Mike.
On third down, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the safety creep.
This is Grant. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
And the Jaguar first down.
Here we go. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Here's Grant. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson now. Screenplay, Johnson.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Jackson. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle.
He's checking.
On first down, it's Grant. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You go night-night. Go night-night. Off. Mike 50.
Brissett sets to throw it. Gets it to Gordon. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Gordon on first down. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground now with Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
50, Mike 50. Watch the run.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 60 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Jackson. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Set, hut. 15 run. 50. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's second down and goal.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0.
Jaguars 21, Colts nothing. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The 21-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pull it together. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 50.
To throw, Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Brissett now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action now, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Hey, Rod, I told you I was going to piss in your oatmeal, son. You're not even what? How is that, bro? Enlighten me. What's my money play? I threw an out route one time this game, dog. What's my money play? What's my money play? Throwing the out route, throwing the motherfucking bomb to a receiver that's fancying your cornerback?
Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook in the final seconds of
Hey,
the first
hey,
half.
time out, dog. What you not gonna do? I told you last time you said the dumb shit. Why are you pressing? Here, I give it to you, Sean. You don't know football. You don't know football, bro. Stick this. What you play, soccer? I know I'm right. You're not gonna tell me I'm going. If you got a check this out, dog. If you got a 93 speed wide receiver, hold on. If you got a 93 speed wide, but dog, if somebody beat me, shorty, I get them props, dog. I ain't throwing no motherfucking money plays. I ain't throwing. So a narrow. So what do you? So do Kansas City? Do the Kansas City Chiefs? Do all they do is money plays? If you got Tyreek Hill and the motherfucker keep pressing doing single coverage,
so we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning.
I done blitzed you like 8 times. I done zero blitzed you. That's how I know you don't know about no fucking football, dog. Dog, I done zero blitzed you like 8 times. You know what a zero blitz is? That means I don't have nobody in coverage. Dog, you're the shittiest Madden player on earth, Sean. Since I got 7 people in coverage. Dog, I might have played zone 3 times that whole half, Joe. Why the fuck did I even pick the fuck?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Why are you talking this week? Oh, man. It's my fault.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. Short. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Go.
Here's Jackson.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't throw it to him. I guess I shouldn't throw it to him. You took control of your safety and stopped running.
A big play there.
Hey, I'm unplugging.
Number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Brissett. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 53 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Check nickel. Shoot.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Melvin Gordon. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are in for 6. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, Oliver, that's going to be open right down the seam.
Jackson.
Told you.
He's going to air one
right down the seam, Oliver, big boy. Oh, good shit. Good
and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
You got tight right there. 25.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground again. Gordon. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Yeah.
Come on, QB, come on.
Yeah.
3rd and short.
Got him.
Brissett. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
They didn't contain this dude, man. So far, they ain't let him get off.
Gain of 3, 2nd down.
He ain't got off yet.
Quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Pressing. Okay. I ain't even gonna take the
They go back to Grant. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 22.
First down.
Grant. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
You got a single safety.
26 months. Watch the screen. 26 months.
Jackson on first down.
I told this nigga, I told him you got a single safety. Hey, you watching this? Hey, DJ, you watching this? I mean, no, he said I'm going to the same joke. I told him to get out of that, young. I said, young, you got a single high safety.
I think we're talking about a guy who runs.
He got a single high safety, Joe. I told him.
Wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
I got you on that part. I got you on that part. If you wasn't,
his first miss, no good.
Hey, dog, if you wasn't trying to be funny with me, I'd actually tell you, all bullshit aside, though, I'm not like your boy KC and TJ and all them that want to clown a motherfucker and all this shit. I actually we can talk football. I'm actually being real with you, dog. Because there's no way that you're going to come back in this game. So I would actually tell you what you're not doing right. And with nobody here, I'll stop recording right now. And man, you can talk some real football, dog. But when you start coming to me, I'm cheating and all, dog, I don't cheat. I play football.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
I'm taking what you give me. I mean, if I'm playing a bum game, I'm taking what you give me, dog. If you want to...
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes.
So try this. Hold on. Before you finish that point, why don't you try this once in a while? Why don't you put a zone up, right? Put a zone up, but make it look like you'll cover one look.
They were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
Dog, do a different zone.
Because you've got to find something,
do a different zone.
And so far,
bro, I'm trying to help you, bro, and you're not even trying to listen to me.
At this point.
Do a different zone. You say your zone. What zones are you running? Try cover 4. Try cover 4 with a shell look. That's me. That's me. How the fuck he hold on to that?
And he's going to come down with it. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the game just keeps it.
The whole point of the joke is to try to make somebody do something that they wouldn't normally do, bro.
6 for 6.
So if I think you in a cover 1,
it's first
and the linebacker's dropping back into that slot, oh, get him.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Brissett.
Oh, white boy, how you let it?
And he'll be taken down.
He shouldn't even be in the game. That's my fault. That's my fault. That's my
16
fault.
yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first
Mike
down.
Davis should be in the game.
Almost not fair.
My bad, Michael.
Big guy running the corner route, being able to
Michael,
lead and
my
push
bad,
and get
bro.
to where he wants.
So how do you
My
stop
bad.
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a
See?
bigger body guy
I'm
who
pressing,
can handle him physically.
but I'm really in zone.
A lot of times that doesn't
So now
work
you
as
got a
well
second
because
to get rid of the
his
ball.
quickness wins the route.
And I got 2 people back there.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It was 3. The other ones came after the fact, but the point of the matter is I showed a press look.
Guys will get the football back.
He came, that's my linebacker. He came after the ball. The ball was patted up in the air, bruh. First of all, you lobbed it into a double coverage. Second of all, I told you this was a zone that I'm making look like a man coverage. I'm pressing. And you still threw it up in the middle.
Call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way. And
Who tripped him? Oh, he was gone. He was gone. Boy, that nigga averaged. He averaged 1 funky monkey a game, son.
You feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will.
That boy averaged 1 funky monkey a game.
With another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant.
There it is. There it is. There it is. What?
Taken down.
Who the fuck is that guy? That's the second fastest motherfucker, the 3rd fastest person in the NFL, yeah. Who is that guy? Who is 23? Walking my man down like that. I'm gonna walk my man down like that. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson now.
Safety can't check him, bro.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep.
I let that motherfucker ball go,
certainly
Joe.
has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
He's going to throw a couple more. He's going to throw at least 1 more for this quarter. For this quarter. He's going to throw at least 1 more for this quarter. Unless you just run it out.
The Colts
now
come to the
about to get
line ready to start their next drive.
Watch this.
And
Watch
3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but
Got him.
number 4's coming on. Like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now?
That's his fault. That's his fault.
Do you alter your
Are you
offensive
serious?
strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing. Brissett. Funches has it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
Okay. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 9 yards that time.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Brissett sets to throw.
Good hit, boy.
It's incomplete.
Good hit, boy.
Through the contact. Brings up 2nd
Good
down.
hit. Bow.
Just
Boom, boom. Bang, bang,
again.
play.
He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front
I got the tight end, fellas.
The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Oh! A spectacular one-handed grab there. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes.
That's all effort by your guy. That's all effort by your guy, man. That's all effort by your guy, man. You can't get mad at him for that, man. He's trying to make something big out of nothing, man.
Jaguars come
he's
to the
trying
line
to make he's trying to make a dollar out of 15
cents,
man.
Comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks
a
for itself. You
nickel,
still got your
baby.
Starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great
you
questions
shouldn't play
in the
safety,
NFL,
man.
Brandon.
My man just underthrew that.
Tell you,
he still got it.
And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Yeah, I'd have broke something on that. Uh-oh. There it is.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, his 26th touchdown.
I don't know how. I do not know. I do not know. I would have broke something if that had happened to me. I keep 100 on that. I don't know how that shit fell in my hand. I did hit the triangle button, but there's no way I should have got that. I just said there's no way I should have got that. There's no way I should have got that. But I got the momentum, though. I mean, I got the momentum. We all can agree that wild Bama shit happened when motherfuckers got the momentum in Madden, man.
And Lambeau
I got the momentum.
The touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
That was phenomenal. That was spectacular.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Oh.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
It's never a good place.
The team giving up on you, yeah. You need to call timeout. You need to talk to niggas. They're giving up on you, yeah.
Because you're almost automatically giving up the score.
They fold
and the
each other.
momentum,
They're
and
talking
everything
to
just
them
changes
niggas.
for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good work. I like it, though. Because you're
He's gone.
all game long.
Oh, no, I got it.
Moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
As soon as I saw who that was, I knew he was gone. I had to take a perfect angle to get that motherfucker.
But the Colts get a bit closer.
That motherfucker.
And that touchdown, well,
took
it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing.
I had him too. That's a good cut there, yeah.
Not a heck of a lot of
I knew he was going to do some kind of move. I was trying to
tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a
God,
team's
we got
expecting an
539
onside
yards.
kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Let's go, defense.
Y'all good, fellas? Yeah, we good. Let's go then. Bang, bang.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Bang, bang. Oh! I tried to squeeze through that motherfucker.
33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Got through that bit.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Come on, y'all. One dude to beat.
Gets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys continue to pour it on. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased.
I owed you this one, Sean. You talking too much shit, Sean.
It is
I had
definitely
to
this
beat the
victory
motherfucker.
formation.
I had to beat the colors off your jersey, Sean. We trying to hang 80. You been running this ball out, Sean. We trying to get 80, man. I need 18 more points, man.
I want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago.
No, I'm not letting you score. I let you score the last one so we can motherfucking get the ball back. I'm not letting you score no more just because you said that.
Right before the game's over, we know this thing's
This is a big
done.
hit. Oh!
And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
He made that nigga do the helter skelter. Let me see
Trying
that.
to get back into the game. Teams are looking for support from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback.
That was
and
me
a
too.
long field to cover.
I
They
tried
want to try and put points on the board.
fuck him up. Yeah, I tried to break his shit off, Joe.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following
All right,
that
fellas, I
long
got a
touchdown
promise to you. I
pass,
said
a
he wasn't
one-play
scoring no
drive
more.
last time.
Don't make me a
See
liar.
if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did.
So?
Let's see how they adjust.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards.
I was still in the slack.
Come up on 2nd and 12. Brissett. He's going to wind up.
That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. I told him.
AJ Boye able to pick.
I called it before I did it. That's me. Tiptoe.
But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
This about to be amazing. Oh, he fumbled. That nigga freaked him so bad, he motherfucking lost the ball. Get that ball back in your hands, son. Get that motherfucking ball back in your hands,
It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are
same
on base
shit
in
other
scoring
side.
position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's touchdown, man. That is a linebacker. All right.
I'm here all day. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Wow. Oh, I threw the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Oh, what was wide open? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. See?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
No. R1 was by himself. Your linebacker came in to play a short zone.
Football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
All right. That's going to be something good. That's going to be something good. You go right there. You go right there. Easy money. Let's get this money. Let's get the check.
Jackson.
Good defense.
Tight coverage there. It's knocked
Rocky, get the fuck out my face, man. Move.
Give credit to KJ Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
And this one is right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 20.
Please do. Let's see what my guys got, man. Let's see what my guys got. $187. Oh shit. Oh shit, he got another 300-yard game. Oh my God. God damn. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Oh shit. AJ Boyd, finally you motherfucking, you still ain't coming back next year. Cutting your ass. You gotta get 15 interceptions for me to think about keeping you, AJ Boyd.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
You could. Nah, it's 4th quarter, bro. And you're getting blown out. You go.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely
Big boy.
on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Pick your play, man.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Throwing is Jackson. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
That's me.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly.
I got it.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out.
All right, time to get the Call of Duty, man.
Game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.